I got a new toy. I actually got it for Father's Day this year. My wife and kids bought me this little chainsaw looking weed eater attachment. I've been really looking forward to using it, and I thought today was going to be the perfect day to try it out. And it turns out I actually need a blade, like some kind of adapter kit, to go on my trimmer. And oops. What I've got going on behind me is like Pandora's box. Beyond this area, everything this side is mowed and pretty, for the most part, pretty. It's maintained. It gets crazy. My plan for today was to use this to start cleaning up some of this stuff right here. There's an old fence that runs, and actually on this side of going that way, it's a new fence. But on this side, we don't really need it anymore. It doesn't keep anything out that way. You know, we have deer and stuff that roam around that could get into the garden and our fruit trees and everything, but the fence doesn't keep them out anyway. What I want to do is just take that fence completely out here and just have a nice, easy, open access to get to the back of my property. Because right now, with the way our gates are and everything, none of them seem to want to open correctly. Having an easy, clean spot where we can drive our little all-terrain mower here, drive it back around if we want to walk or do whatever we need to do. Maybe one day I can even get the tractor back there. I want to have this open. I've been putting it off, but I've got a beautiful, cool day today to do it. And I don't get to use this thing, but, you know, oh well. All this stuff you see above me here is privet. Now, privet is an invasive species, and it grows rather prolifically in my environment. So not only has it taken over every single one of my fence rows, but it's also, it just hangs down and it sprouts up outside of the thing too. So it's hard to get underneath it because, you know, you're driving through a mower through here and all that stuff's hitting the head. Nobody wants to do that. It's kind of hard on your mower to run over, you know, brushy stuff, maybe a little bit bigger around than my finger. What I'm going to do now is just get the chainsaw out and just cut, and I think it's going to be an alternating thing where I use the trimmer, use the chainsaw, instead of having one device that combined them all. Do that all, just alternate it, see what we can get done. This is already looking so much better, and I'm not even close to being done yet. Back here in this back corner is where I'm going to separate the rest of this fence off from what's still holding the goats in on this side. I'm just cutting right down, you know, close to that post, and I'm going to re-anchor that in with staples. My plan was just to pull all this stuff out of here. That stuff's growing in there really, really good, and that's going to be a lot of work. I think there's only one way, fingers crossed it'll work, but I think there's only one way to make this happen. That sure beats the heck out of trying to do it by hand. My dad fought with this little steel chainsaw for, I mean, many, many years. This was always the problem child whenever it came time to cut firewood. And I was able to take it to a guy. Funny enough, my small engine repairman is an Amish fellow. He got this thing running like a champ, at least in the little bit amount I've used it. Funny how things like that work out. This is the last piece of fence that is holding me up. And this big thing is all grown up, so we're gonna perform some surgery. Some dude just went by here on a crotch rocket motorcycle, probably going like 100 miles an hour. what is your hurry, man? Like, there are deer out, and I mean, farm animals. It's really not worth dying over, whatever your big rush is. Anyway, you might be wondering, Reagan, why are you bothering to do this now? Why is it suddenly all of, you know, what's the big rush? We're coming up into deer season real soon, and last year when I tried to walk back to my stand, it's a mess trying to be sneaky and get from here to there. This is going to be a big help, not having to walk through all the animal fields in the morning and just being able to have a path going back this way. I can't wait. And then, you know, all the other maintenance we have to do and working behind the fence rather than just, you know, in front of it on this side, it's going to be such a huge benefit. And I'm really hoping, I'm so hopeful that by getting this part done, it makes doing the rest of this easier. And sometimes, I guess the hardest step is just the first one, just getting started. And I don't know, we've got some other animal type chores going on, but we're not having kids right now, goat kids right now. We should be out of the chicken phase for a little while, and the beef steer has got another month. So we're in a good spot now to start working on this, and I'm really, fingers crossed, this makes it easier to just get the rest of this started. Because when we bought this property, we had no idea how much work there was going to be in these fences, because we could see the fences were here, but we didn't know how bad they were. And the privet has taken over everything, and it makes it hard to, you know, I said it already, it makes it hard to get underneath it. It makes it hard to get behind it, in front. There's no good way to attack it, and so you just got to kind of just punch it right in the middle. And if you can ever think of a wedge, if you can ever wedge your way into it, you can work out and you can open that up. And just having a starting point, having the very tip of that wedge somewhere to get going in. It really is a lot of work. It's a good thing. I like working. I've got one more piece of fence to get out before the sun goes down. This is going to be the toughest one. And of course, one more challenge to this is the longest I have worn contacts in any one day in a long time. I'm just praying my eyeballs hold out a little bit longer. Oh, you have no idea how excited I am to have that cleared out. I can walk, and it's amazing. And looking at this, you know, going back that way, I've got this big, nice open lane from all the way up there at my house, straight back now. It just needs clearing. And I have some big plans for that, and I'd tell you about them, but I think the best way to explain it is just to show you.